Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video on this look with this palette. I swear, every time. With this palette, which is a Norvina palette, which is the highly anticipated collab for Norvina herself, which is of course Anastasio's daughter. So she came out with this palette as well as a lipstick shade, which I'm wearing, which is this here. So, I mean, I'm not doing a review per se. It's basically just a getting ready with me, showing you a look that I wanted to do. Mostly because everybody and their mom has reviewed this palette. So, I mean, if you aren't convinced by now, then, I mean, I'm not sure I can convince you otherwise. I didn't have any problems with it. There was a lot of, like, kickback on the palette. Not as much as Subculture. But definitely, as you can see, you know, the palette took a little bit of beating, especially this shade here and this shade here. So these two on the end, probably the most powdery, but nothing too crazy. It's more going to be just a palette to get ready to, not really a palette that, like, you're going to... It ain't no modern renaissance, but the palette is stunning. Like, I love the look I created. It's like Neapolitan. I had some thoughts with whether or not I liked it or not. But yeah, so go ahead and keep on watching and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so I'm going to take just a flat shader and I'm going to go into base, which is this messy off-white shade, as most palettes have. I'm a little nervous that I'm doing this because it's setting my concealer and sometimes that makes shadows so much harder to work with. So, what makes me nervous is I had an idea in mind, but I don't know if I'm going to execute it very well. So, I'm going to go into Eccentric here with the brush that it came with. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I feel like the colors in my head aren't going to, like, lay down like I want them to. So we're just going to play this by ear. I had another idea in mind, but I felt like I didn't get my palette in time and I didn't record in time. So the look I did was kind of already done, not completely, but the idea was there, you know? So now I'm going to go into Passion. Same brush, just to build out that crease right on my bone. So I know people don't like shimmers in the crease, but I'm going to go into Drama. That's like that super pretty plum plum shaded one, and I'm going to blend that into the crease right below Eccentric. Is that what it is? No, it's Passion. Right below Passion. What are you looking at, Desmond? I'll blend that out. I've been seriously using a lot of shimmers in the crease. I just feel like it's adding more depth to it. Probably not, but I like it and I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? There's a spot right here on my lid that's not blending as usual, so we just ignore it. It worked fine this morning, but it's like anytime I do my makeup consistently, it acts up, like it dries up. I think it's from being wiped too much. And I think that's what, like, really unmotivated me last week or earlier this week, because I was going for some looks and I just felt like they just weren't blending out as much as I wanted them to. So I was really upset. It sucks when you kind of don't find, not the motivation, but the execution that you're looking for. Like when you're so motivated and you sit down in front of a camera and it just, I don't know, I can't explain the feeling, but I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about, so I'm not gonna, like, go too far into it, but whatever. So it's pretty deep. You can't even tell there's a shimmer in the lid. So I'm going to cut the crease. I know a lot of people, and I've learned this on the project I'm working on, but a lot of people don't have eye shapes for a cut crease, which is fine, and I understand, and, like, it makes sense that the looks I do aren't always doable as far as cut creases go, so most people, like, steer away from them. But I did do a similar look when the, like, I had already done before and on a different eye shape, and I wanted to use the Blood Sugar palette on her. So what I did was, instead of actually cutting the crease, well, I did attempt to cut the crease a little bit, like I started to, but I basically just blended it up. So it wasn't a defined crease. I still used the same shades, just not into a crease because the crease didn't flatter her eye shape, and I loved the way the look looked. So I would try that. So if you're like not partial or you don't like the way your eye shape is with cut creases, then try doing the same look without a cut crease. Like, I mean, you can cut it a little bit just to kind of get a cleaner area, but instead of defining it, like sharpening the edges, then just pack on the eyeshadow and blend it out. Try that, and it might work for you. Wow. Wow. What the hell is he doing? Because I love cut creases. Like, I genuinely do. And it makes being able to like, do a lot more looks easier. It doesn't seem like it, but believe it or not, it's a big deal. So I'm going to go into creamer, which is very sensitive. I'm going to coat that lid. It's really freaking pretty. Damn, girl. So I want to take the concealer again, and I want to cut a wing out or carve a wing out. Remember when floating liner was a trend? I do. That one died down quick. Like, that died down quicker than the pictorials. So this next part, I'm not too sure how it's going to look, because a lot of people were going to, like, they gravitated towards the purples in the palette, which is easy to do because, of course, that screams Norvina. But I didn't want to do that because I just felt like it was too cliche. And like I said, everyone was doing it. So here's the liquid lipstick in Violet. And I know people have seen, well, hello, focus. So this is in the shade Violet. And it's the liquid lipstick that Norvina came up with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as a liner. Okay, so I just want this part for sure to be like super pigmented, because I'm going to use another shadow to ombre it out. And we'll clean it up a little later. Okay, so I feel like it's not completely cohesive as far as like color scheme goes, and that's exactly what I was worried about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Wild Child here. This is like a super thin brush, and I'm going to kind of Neapolitan this up. This literally looks like ice cream. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Evian water spray, spray the brush, or a brush, like a super, super thin, like, detail brush. And then we're going to go into Celestial, which is this purple one here. Come on. Focus! Okay, I have no idea what that was focusing on, but I'm going to go into Celestial. And I'm going to, there you go, ombre out that bottom wing. I'll blend that out with the Norvina lipstick. While I have the brush, I'm going to take this and slowly, whatever's left of Norvina, whatever's left of Violet on the bottom. So now I'm going to go into the infamous shade of Soul, which is the shade everybody's been using, and blend out the bottom. Pop that in my inner corner. Blend it down and around, because it's kind of a darker shade. So going back into Dreamer, highlighting the brow bone. This eyebrow is not Anastasia approved. So I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera. This is the look so far. Like, I really love that wing. And the Neapolitan vibes. I'm not sure how I feel about the purple and brown together, but I wanted to do something different. Didn't quite go as planned, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So I'll be right back, do my face, and then I'll be back. Okay, now that I have foundation all up in my hair, I'm going to blush, which of course I'm going to the Tarte Light Flush. I've used this almost every single day since getting it. It's just so good. I feel like it almost blends to your like natural shade. I was not expecting it to be a pretty color on me, because it looks pale as hell, you know? But it's so pretty. Like, I feel beautiful with it. Okay, so I'm going to take some more Evian, and I'm just going to moisten up my face a little so that I can put on a highlight. So I don't have the new ones. I'm going to go into Aurora. I want something to match my lashes, so I'm going to go into, I think, Spectra. Yeah, we're going to go into Spectra. So that's this one here. I've been using eyeshadow brushes for highlight. It's kind of weird, but I kind of love it, and I kind of live for it. Good choice, Rosie. This is almost like Celestial from the palette. I'm actually going to take more of that because my inner shadow blends in with the bottom part. So I'm going to take a little bit of Spectra, and also pop that in the corner. For lashes, I'm going to throw on House of Lashes Noir Fairy Light. I wanted something that's not going to be like too crazy and like overpower the look. So I'm going to pop these on real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to go into Violet, which is the shade Norvina released. And tie this look together. Okay, to go the extra mile, we're going to go back into the Norvina palette. We're going to take Celestial. We're going to highlight that lip. Kind of tone it down a little. So now let's just tie this look together. Let me set it really quick. The Cover FX Illuminating Spray. And then I will be right back. And we're back. That was it. Thank you so much for watching. So that is a look with the Norvina palette. I hope you enjoyed it. Not much to it. Like I said, this wasn't a review. This was more of a getting ready with me to so you guys can see the palette in action again. I think everybody else has loved it. So I'm a sheep at this point. So yeah, it's a great palette. I love it. I love the look. Aside from like, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm RLQ.Rosie, which is short for Running Lipstick Queen on Instagram. But go ahead and follow me there. I'll leave all my social links down below. If you're not following me on Instagram, then follow me on Instagram. I just hit 27K, which is probably a curse, so I'll probably be below 27K when you watch this video, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. So yeah, follow me on all social networks. And if you don't like this video, please just walk away, pretend it did not happen. And I will see the rest of you in the next video. Bye.